Today we're going to make a Cantonese classic, BBQ pork, or Char Siu. Hey, what's up guys? Welcome to my channel where we talk about quick and easy, delicious, nutritious, and low-carb food. Please like and subscribe, and I'll bring you new videos every week. Now this is one of those recipes that's sure to be a crowd pleaser. The sweet and savory, succulent pork is so versatile in so many Cantonese dishes. It can be eaten just sliced, or it can be incorporated into an egg fried rice recipe. I'll put a cauliflower egg fried rice recipe in the links below. And my favorite, it can be incorporated into a steamed or baked barbecue pork bun. It is quite the staple to be found in Chinese restaurants or grocery stores, but it's so easy to just make it at home. So here I'm starting with 4 pounds of pork shoulder or pork butt. It's really the same thing. And I'm just trimming off any excess fat or tough skin that we don't want to eat. Next, I'm just slicing into about 1/2 inch thick slabs or strips. A little thicker or thinner won't matter too much. However, you do want all your strips to be uniformly thin or thick so that they bake at the same rate. Also, you don't want the slabs to be too large, as we're going to marinate these, and the larger the pieces, the harder for the marinade will be to penetrate the insides. Now, if you do have a piece that's a bit thicker than you like, you can always butterfly that section and basically split it in half. Here I have another piece that's rather thick, so I'll just split it right down the middle. Next, we'll transfer these pieces into a ziploc bag, ready for the marinade. For the marinade, we have 1/2 cup of soy sauce. We'll then add a tablespoon of minced garlic. Next, we'll add some oyster sauce, about a tablespoon here. Add about a teaspoon of white pepper, 1/2 teaspoon of 5-spice. To that, a tablespoon of white wine or rice wine. Here's a tablespoon of apple cider vinegar. And finally, I like to grate a bit of ginger using a microplane. This ends up being about a tablespoon of ginger. And we'll pour the mixture into our Ziploc bag with all the pork. Now you could make a double batch of the marinade and save half of it for basting the next day. But I find it's just as easy to make it again when I'm ready to bake. So we'll give it a quick massage to make sure all the flavors penetrate, and then we'll put it in the fridge. Minimum of 4 hours, but I like to leave it overnight.
The next day.
All right, we'll start by preheating the oven to 400 degrees Fahrenheit. And in an aluminum foil lined tray, I put a wire rack, and I'm just laying out the strips that we have on the wire rack, ensuring there's plenty of space between the strips so that we can get a nice even bake. Into the oven we go for 20 minutes at 400 degrees, and then we'll take it out and baste it and put it back in for 7 minutes. And we'll repeat that 2 more times for a total cooking time of 40 to 45 minutes. Now for our basting liquid, I actually just use the leftover marinade. But if you're squeamish about that, you can always remake it with the same recipe as the day before. And here I'm adding 3 tablespoons of sweetener. If you're doing a keto style, then you can use erythritol or stevia. Otherwise, sugar works just fine. Next, I'm adding a tablespoon of honey. Now this is quite important to have, as it not only helps the meat brown, but also helps the sauce to stick on the meat. Last, I'm adding a few drops of red food coloring to give it that nice color. This is purely optional, and there are more natural ways to add the red coloring, but I find food coloring to be easy. Okay, this is after the first 20 minutes, and we will now baste or brush on our basting liquid all over the meat, and then put it back in for 7 minutes. After the first 7 minutes, we'll take it out and flip them over to baste the other side. And then we'll put it back in for another 7 minutes. You can already see a drastic difference between the basted side and the unbasted side. So we want to make sure all of it looks uniformly, nicely golden, and a little bit of that red. Now after the second 7 minutes, we'll take it out and one more time. And this time you can pick which side you think looks better and baste that side one more time. Then we'll put it back in the oven for between 7 and 10 minutes until you have a nice crispy char on top. And that's it. After a total baking time of 45 minutes, we are done. Look at that. Gorgeously cooked. Some charred bits and charred pieces up top. Can't wait to dig in. Let's grab a piece and slice it up, shall we? My mouth is already watering just looking at that glistening pork. And there you have it. Tender, succulent, juicy barbecue pork. This looks amazing, and that glistening char smells so good. You can add any leftover glaze to the top for that extra flavor. While this looks too pretty to eat, I'll tell you, I already ate a slab and it is delicious. Super succulent, juicy, very flavorful, savory, sweet. It can't be beat. Well, there it is. A low-carb, keto-friendly version of traditional Cantonese barbecue pork. That's it for another video. Thanks for watching. Please like and subscribe, and have a great day.